It is like last week of February, and I am at John's farm, my brother's farm in North Carolina, and we are starting some spring habitat management. Just getting ready to do some food plotting stuff. We got to clear some land, spray it. So I am here and working with John and his son and his daughter, and John Hall is in Pawpaw, West Virginia. He is actually working on hinge cutting and clearing out some bedding areas. He's got a full-blown plan from Whitetail Obsessions. He had them come out and give him a consultation. Looks like a super plan, and he's starting to work on that. So you'll get a couple videos today. We'll combine them all, but this is the beginning of spring work, and I use the term work lightly because it's super fun. Like, this is what we love to do. I'll get some good video of some of the work we're doing, trying to describe the food plot area we're going to work on down here at John's farm, but a lot going on, so we'll keep you posted. See ya. Welcome back to Triple B Farm Outdoors. We are in North Carolina, talking a little bit about a food plot and a farm that we got that my brother's got.
Absolutely.
John?
I'm happy to be here. Happy that you're here at the farm. We've got a 50+ acre tract here in Yadkin County, probably a half a mile or less from the Yadkin River. We've got water at the bottom of the property that spills right into the Yadkin, so we've got a little bit of a flyway here, and we've put a duck impoundment in, and what we're sitting in here today, as Mark kind of alluded, is some work we did on the food plot here for this year. This is about 30 acres of this is farmable and is being tended, typically rotating between the traditional corn and soybeans. This plot that we're sitting in here and that you see is a piece that we kind of took back that we needed to put a food plot on. There was a lot of agriculture here, but not a lot of places to draw the animals in.
Yeah, you want to have like a buffet. You want a variety of food. That's basically what it's like.
It's looking like that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It certainly is. So we did an initial till. We probably did 3 tills throughout the process, and then sprayed probably 3 times. And then
I almost even take a step back from that.
What was that?
Because I even got the video of Kaylee on the tractor cutting it the first time. Like, it was just an overgrown, like, I don't want to call it hayfield. It was just,
well, it was
junk.
straw grass, right?
So here's where we are. Carter and his girlfriend are over there working on moving the excavator open to open up a little bit of creek bottoms. But this is the area we were talking about. There's my brother, Carter's dog. This is the area we're talking about making into a food plot. So farmer doesn't get over here and farm it. We'll have crops next to it, but this will be a good variety. We'll give it some clover over here.
This is when the work gets done.
This is when the work gets done. And there's Kaylee, John's daughter, doing a little bush hogging. So we're gonna get the bush hog down. We'll come back with some glide, kill it off, and then till it. Probably do that a couple rounds of tilling and killing until everything's dead, and then we'll clover it up here in another month or so. Olivia! Look at Olivia working the excavator, picking up some logs.
Gotta clean this place up.
Yeah, this will be a good road in between these bedding areas. Okay, let's look at this. So here's what Kaylee was bush hogging today, or finishing mower at least. So we now have, and again, bedding area, bedding all up in here. We're gonna have behind the side-by-side, we're gonna have corn. There's gonna be corn just on the other side of this. Also, there's a finger there planted. But this is going to be, after soil samples, fertilizer, spraying, killing, tilling, spraying, how many times it takes, this is gonna be a half-acre food plot of clover. I think he wants to put some other stuff in it too, but I think it's gonna be primarily clover. So here's where I'm going. It's got a feeder to it, but I'm going to till all that up and spray it again, and we'll do some more. Bye. Well, here it is. We've disked it twice. There's the little tractor that could. I love that thing. So we've got 2 good discs on it now. Tried out enough where we could get in here. And it's about an acre, so we're gonna go back now. I'm gonna put a hopper on. We're gonna throw some lime out. Still waiting for our Whitetail Institute food plot results back, but we know we need lime, so we're gonna go ahead and get some lime thrown out, keep track of how much we threw. And then it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Should be good. Let it soak in a little bit. Once it dries out, we'll spray it again, and then I'm ready to harrow and throw some clover seed. So looking forward to it. Looks good.
It's good.
Johnny,
Hey,
here we go. The evolution of the Marzano food plot in North Carolina.
all right. It's gonna be a good year.
He's been working it.
Working it. All right, so
So we are gonna sunflower, clover, millet,
yep.
and I'm gonna till the right up in here. We go back into the woods. There's a little bit of a logging road. We're gonna till some up in there and throw some clover in there too. So it's looking good, Johnny. So what are we doing now? We're gonna spread seed. We're gonna roll it. I'm gonna till that spot up there.
I'm gonna throw a little bit more fert, a little bit more lime on it.
Whatever you got, just get it out.
We're gonna get it out, and then we're gonna roll it, pack it down good.
We got rain
Wait
coming
for
tonight.
God's rain.
Here we go. See you. 2 weeks after planting, John's food plot in North Carolina is starting to pop green. It's a millet on this side, clover in the middle, and he's gonna get some sunflowers coming up along the far edge. Hi, Juju. We took a walk down to see. I think he planted like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So it's really starting to pop now. You can see the clover coming up. And they got more rain coming Tuesday, so it'll be good.
Hear the gunshots in the
And hear the gunshots in the background. Welcome to the country.
We had to do some prep.
Yeah.
To kind of get
So I got some videos we'll post. We'll take a break here in a minute. I'll put some videos up of some drainage work. You guys even have an excavator.
We do.
Because this was all wetland and you had to clean out drainage ditches.
We
And
do. You got to keep the water flowing off the fields.
Yeah.
It's a piece of equipment that's a necessity out here. Plus, it comes in all kinds of other good uses out on the farm. But
Yep.
yeah, good stuff.
So, and we'll right now flipping a drone video, right?
Yeah, we've got some good drone
We'll
video.
get a drone video what the total place looks like. Lots of woods bedding up in this area. The rest of it behind us on this side. The property line, you see the trees behind us? It's the edge of the property
That is
line. There's
absolutely
more
the
crops
property
on the
line.
other side of that.
Right. It's actually, it'll be corn again this year. And then my buddy actually owns the farm behind, and he keeps a sunflower patch up there, and we do some dove hunting. He's got some power lines up, and I can see that it's nice and green already.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hopefully a good year. We've had a lot of moisture. It's probably been one of the wettest springs, actually, second wettest spring on record, I think, for our area here in North Carolina. So it created some issues, especially when spraying and just trying to make sure that what we were doing was as effective as possible. But so far, it turns out
So far, it looks pretty
good.
good.
It was pretty good.
All right, so we cut, we tilled multiple times,
Yes.
sprayed,
Yes.
killed everything off.
Didn't use a total veg control, because that'll keep the vegetation and keep anything else from kind of growing. So just used kind of a standard Roundup, but again, several times we sprayed it. So, and it took several, and we still have some grass kind of coming in now, but we do have an application we can put on top of the section that we're sitting in right now, which is just burgeoning and clover. It's really looking very pretty.
It is.
Really,
You come
really
around
pretty.
that corner, and it is like lime green. And I will tell you, we may get some videos of this, but there's deer tracks all over this place.
And they've noticed that they've started bedding close to this.
Yeah.
Like down the farm road, we've noticed that there's some bedded down areas. Like once they find a good food spot, they don't want to go too far from it, quite honestly.
You got food, you got water, you got everything covered, you got everything you need. So
We do.
So then after we sprayed it, tilled it, fertilized it, you got some fertilizer.
A couple 1,000 pounds, actually 2,000 pounds roughly of lime, and about 500 pounds of fertilizer was what we kind of needed to get a good base here.
Yep.
But now the clover hopefully will keep the nitrogen up,
Yep.
so we don't have to worry so much about fertilizer and stuff here moving forward. But
And you did something a little different than what I've done in Indiana, and I'm curious to see how it's going to play out. you took this, it's what, almost an acre,
Just
basically put some sunflowers on the side, the deer eating the tops off all
we're having a difficult time maintaining.
Yeah, so we may have to fence if you really want to put some sunflowers in there. But then we got clover in the middle section, and then on the far side you put
millet.
So we got clover on this side, and we're transitioning to millet here, and all along that back side gonna be millet. So clover in the middle, and some sunflowers that ain't working out too good on the other side. So there we go.
Right? Yeah, we've got a good turkey population around here, and the thought was we'd have some, some millet and some seed on the back side, and hopefully we're going to have some sunflower on the front side, because we're going to put a tension line up and do some hunting. I think the millet will still provide enough seed to kind of keep the birds around. Dove season obviously comes in first, so we're hoping to do some bird hunting out here, and with the clover obviously feeding for deer, trying to provide a good nutrient for them. So little bird, little turkey, little clover for the deer.
And then ducks. So we're going to talk in a little bit about ducks too. So,
yeah.
But we'll get a close up of some of this clover and some of the greens in there. But I'm going to tell you, it's, and again, food plot's not hard. If you've got the right equipment and you've got the patience to do kill it, fertilizer, soil test, fertilizer, come out and seed it, and you catch the weather right, food plotting is not hard. And this is a great example. We took a raw field and
we did.
It's blowing up now.
And
so
we had success with the power tiller, right? The power tiller really kind of, it chops it up, but it kind of dusts the top. So it's great for throwing the seed down, because a lot of this stuff doesn't have to go down too far. Yep. But then we brought out, gosh, what was it? It was a rower, I guess, a tiller.
Yep.
What was that
called?
We
brought out the tiller.
Yeah, we did. And then just went over and over and over and over it, and
flattened it all
again,
out.
we tried to, right? I know that traditionally this ground would have soil conditioner on it because it was farmed land before, but again, farmers haven't been maintaining this piece for quite a many years, so it's kind of like a blank canvas. We're starting from scratch.
Yeah.
Again,
so far so good.
So far so good.
Now we're going to talk about duck. All right, so we're still in North Carolina at John's farm, and Carter is with us, and now we're over by the duck impoundments. Tell me a little bit about the duck impoundment.
So the duck impoundment was put in a couple years ago, Carter, something like that.
Yeah,
this area behind us was a lot of dead ash trees. You can even see behind, we've got some ash trees that were infected by a beetle borer probably 5-6 years ago, and they've really started to kind of decompose. So this was a low-lying area. Got some great farmers, Vernon A. Matthews and Sons out of East Bend, North Carolina, kind of saw this area and said, John, if you're going to put a duck impoundment, this is the area to put it in. It just so happened that there's a ton of clay just under the surface, so provided a great surface for packing and holding water, and it's been a great spot too, quite honestly. A lot of wood ducks kind of living here in the area behind us, and those ash trees and some of the farmers' land behind. So it's a work in progress, but we had a really good year this year hunting it.
How many ducks do you think we killed total?
15, 20.
Probably 20, not a ton, right?
But it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. It was a slow start too. I mean, we had a pretty mild beginning of the winter season, right? So it got really good as December rolled along, and we had some real fun out here at the very end of the season.
Yeah, later season's always the best.
Yeah, well, it really was.
But you're right. Remember our January duck hunt down in Mississippi that we went on?
That's right.
But that was the big freeze that ultimately kind of pushed stuff down. So
it was.
But yeah, and then the other piece of it is like educating new hunters.
That's right. We had 5 new duck hunters that killed ducks here this year. So anytime you can say something like that, anytime you've got new people coming out, enjoying the sport, continuing to learn gun safety and all that fun stuff, and then take a duck for the first time, like, they're going to get hooked.
That's cool.
They're going to want to come back.
That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. What you see behind us, probably over Mark, is it's called an Agri-Dam. So that's the dam system that we have kind of run through that dam. So it's got a leveler system in it. We can raise and lower the water in the pond by pulling up and putting in slats. And then we've got most of the drainage creeks from our farm and a little bit from a couple of the other farms that all kind of come down to this one main drainage creek that comes through this pond and then continues to run down through those ash trees and eventually spills out into Deep Creek. So it was a great vision. but wasn't a vision that I had. Quite honestly, if you just ask the people that are out here, that are doing the work, and that are farmers, they'll tell you the best thing to do, and ultimately they'll get it done in the best way possible.
All right, we're on the impoundment now. Duck season's over, obviously. John, we got some work to do. They're talking about creating another impoundment on the other side, Hey Scout. But this is the Agri-Drain, so built into the dam where you can control your water level.
It's got a spillway on the backside and an intake with
see it all going out that
grate
way.
on the top of it. You just set the panels where you want them, and that controls the water level.
So right now he's gonna drop my damn phone down in there.
Don't drop the phone down in there. We're gonna pull one more up. It'll take about another 5 or 6 inches out.
Nice.
And then we are going to torch the dam wall, burn all that stuff down here this weekend as well. And then the reality is that, so that you know, it does, right? So the spillways over there, and this one pond and the Agri-Drain can control the water not only in the pond, but the flooded part of the field over here because of the spillway we cut in. So we can raise and lower the water here, and we can spill into the field where we're going to do some duck hunting here this next year on unharvested corn. And there's a good amount of water you can see that'll flow out.
Oh yeah,
Runs all the way down the property, back down into Deep Creek.
Nice. We had what, 3 blinds set up?
Yeah.
Right. We lost them in a flood. Now we gotta get
Got 2
recentered.
back,
We did.
leaving 1 in the woods.
Learning lesson, you know, if you're going to be in a floodplain, if you got rivers kind of flowing down at the bottom of the property and water, you really got to strap those duck houses down so if it does flood, it'll wash away like they did here this year.
Yeah. But looking forward to when's it come back in? Early season.
Early season will be in October.
Look,
We got ducks landing on the pond behind us right there.
2 woodies just landing on the pond.
Isn't that something?
That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. That's a great
Perfect
habitat for them. Cue the ducks.
Cue the ducks. That was awesome.
Took off.
Now there you go.
Nice.
It's a little slice of heaven, folks.
Oh yeah,
It really is
no doubt about it. So appreciate you watching.